Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be showing you the 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. This one behind me is the EX trim. There is 3 trims to choose from, so let me go ahead and show you all the features this EX trim has. Under the hood there is a 1.6 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a 44.2 kilowatt electric motor, and this engine is connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and this engine produces 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 38 in the city, 38 highway, and 38 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 Kia Sportage Hybrid. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video, and the price with destination is $34,295. If you guys are curious about the color is called Snow White, and it does look pretty good on this Kia Sportage Hybrid. And this one has the EX Premium package. It does add a good amount of things. It adds the power liftgate, panoramic sunroof, LED interior lights, and it is only a $1,500 option, and I honestly think it's worth it. Anyways guys, the Sportage Hybrid has 3 trims to choose from. There is the LX, EX, and SX Prestige, and this EX is the mid trim, and honestly you do get a good amount of features in this EX trim. And what's really cool is that this hybrid gets good MPGs, 38 in the city, 38 highway, and 38 combined, and it's an SUV and it's $34,000. I think it's a good price. Anyways, coming to the front, now everything right here in the front is LED, so the headlights, the low and high beam are LED, and the daytime running light is LED, but the turn signal indicators here in the front are halogen. I really wish they were LED for $34,000. And there is this brushed aluminum trim in the front. Kia logo is up there. It is nice and big, and the grille is finished in gloss black. I think it does look pretty good. Has a really nice design to it. And coming down, there is a bottom grille, and in the bottom this is finished in flat black, which is fine. There is some brushed aluminum right there, and yeah, overall I think the front end of this Sportage looks very good, and this panoramic sunroof is nice and big, and this EX premium package is definitely worth the $1,500. And yeah, overall I think Kia did a great job with the design. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this Sportage Hybrid. Here is a side view of this Kia Sportage, and the side view looks pretty good. I really like the rims on this EX trim. They're finished in gloss black and machined aluminum, and overall I think they look good. The size is 235/60/18, so the size is good, and the rim design is good. This hybrid has 8.3 inches of ground clearance, and getting in and out is super easy. In the bottom there is some plastic with some brushed aluminum, and that brushed aluminum just gives the side view a nicer touch. I love the fact that the fender flares are not too thick. There is just barely any plastic, so good job Kia on making the fender flares very nice and thin. And for the window trims, the top portion is finished in flat black, the bottom is finished in brushed aluminum, and I really like the design in the back. And on the mirrors, there is a blind spot monitoring system and turn signal indicators, and the mirrors are finished in the same color as this SUV. On the roof, there is a panoramic sunroof, and as I said, this panoramic sunroof is part of the EX Premium package, and there is some gloss black roof rails. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this Kia Sportage Hybrid. Here is the back of this Kia Sportage, and the back looks pretty good, and it does look like any normal Kia Sportage. But to be able to tell that this is the hybrid trim, or the hybrid version of the Sportage, it will say HEV, and Kia is going to be coming out with a plug-in hybrid, just like what they did with the Tucson. So the Tucson has the normal version, they have the hybrid, and then they have the plug-in, and then Kia will come out with the plug-in later. The back looks pretty good. Now everything right here in the back is LED, so the running light is LED, the turn signal indicators are halogen, and the brake light is halogen, and the reverse is actually located in the bottom, but it is LED, so that's good. And the tail light has a nice look to it. The surrounding is finished in gloss black, and there's this gloss black trim in the center. And by the way, the wiper is underneath this spoiler, so I really like what Kia did here. And third brake light is nice and big, and the spoiler has a nice design to it. There is some gloss black on the side, and Sportage is written back here. This whole thing right here in the bottom is plastic. It does make it a little bit on the cheaper side, and here is the backup camera. It is in the center, so I really like that. And back here there is some parking sensors. I really like the brushed aluminum all the way in the bottom, and I love the diffuser here in the back. It is nice and aggressive, and it just gives this SUV a rugged look. And overall, I think the back of this Sportage looks good. Here is a key of this Kia Sportage. Honestly, the key looks good, but I don't really like it when companies put the buttons on the side. Up top, there is the lock, unlock, tailgate release, panic button, and there is a button to remove the physical key inside of this key fob. And here is the remote start button. The new Kia logo is in the bottom, and overall the key looks and feels good, and just has a really nice solid feel to it. Anyways, let's go ahead and open the power lift gate. The power lift gate is part of this EX premium package, and lift gate opens nice and quick. Here is the button to close the lift gate, and there is a handle right here, and inside there is a very good amount of space. The opening is nice and big, and yeah, I really love the fact that the trunk of this hybrid is nice and spacious. And right here there is a 12 volt and an LED light, and I think the LED light is part of this EX premium package. Even the dome lights and the lights on the side, they're part of that premium package. There is a handle right here to drop the left seat down, and another handle to drop the right seat down, and there is storage places in the bottom. So when you open this cover, there is a storage place right there, there is one right there, and there is some tie downs on the sides. So there's 4 tie downs total. In the bottom there is a spare tire with the jack and the jack tools next to it, and that's the storage place I was talking about. And here is the other one. Let's go ahead and open this more. Let's see if I could actually open this more. I can't open it more, but there is a little bit of storage places right there. And yeah, overall the trunk of this hybrid is nice and spacious. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the seats down just to show you the amount of space in the back of this Sportage. So just go ahead and pull on those handles. The seats will drop down. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the other one. And let me go ahead and push those seats all the way down and lock them in place, and I'll show you the amount of space in the back of this hybrid. Alright, so I just dropped the seats down, locked them in place, and honestly guys, there is a ton of space with the seats down. And I just love the fact that the trunk of this Sportage is nice and wide, and the opening is nice and big. And yeah, I really like the space in the back of this Sportage. Here is a front door panel, and the front door panel has an okay look to it. Everything is finished in black, and this top portion right here is nice and soft. This whole thing right here is plastic but very thin, which is good. This is nice and soft, and the armrest is padded, wrapped in leather. All the window switches are finished in plastic. Nothing too fancy or crazy about those window switches. The trim around the window switches is finished in gloss black. The front 2 windows are automatic up and down, and the door handle actually looks very good, and it is very nice and solid. This trim right here is finished in gray. Nothing too crazy or fancy with that trim right there. In the bottom, this is plastic, which is expected. Reflector, barely any storage place in the bottom. I really wish it was a tiny bit bigger. Here is a speaker, it does look good. There is a brushed aluminum trim underneath it, and for the seats, they're nice and comfortable, and seating position is perfect, and you could adjust the seat to your liking. So the seat does go down a lot and it does go up a lot, so very good seat adjustments. Here are the seat controls, lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside, and I'll show you the inside of this Kia Sportage hybrid. And just like that, this 2023 Kia Sportage is on, and the engine will kick in whenever it needs to. The doors close very nice and solid, so I really love the way how the doors and everything closes. Everything feels nice and well put together. Here is the steering wheel. It's wrapped in leather. It has the perfect thickness to it, and the leather feels nice and smooth, and the steering wheel design is good. There's some brushed aluminum right here on this steering wheel, the new Kia logo, and on the left there is the volume controls, voice command, phone controls, and on the right is the safety features. You'll have the adaptive cruise control, steering assist, and this button right here will control the center of this, I believe, 8-inch screen. And this screen looks very good. When you change the drive modes, it does change, so let me go ahead and show you. So here is the sport mode, eco, smart, and snow. But yeah, very high resolution screen. And this button right here, the one I showed you, will control the center of that screen. And behind the steering wheel there is some paddle shifters. They feel a little bit on the cheaper side, but they are finished in brushed aluminum. On the left there is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls, and on the right is the wiper controls for the front and back. And my camera is having a hard time focusing. The air vent looks very good, and it is finished in brushed aluminum, or the surrounding of it is finished in brushed aluminum and gloss black. In the bottom there is a good amount of buttons. There is the brightness control, traction control, tailgate release, and this is to reset the 12-volt battery. And here is the e-brake, brushed aluminum in the bottom. And for the screen, it's a 12.3-inch screen. It does look very good, and I really like Kia system. Nice and responsive, very smooth. And it does have built-in navigation, so you have to go to map, and that will take you straight to the built-in navigation. And this Sportage of course has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And here is a backup camera. Backup camera resolution is good. It is nice and wide. I really wish it was a tiny bit clear, but I think it's very good. Does not have the 3D view, just has two views. It has a down view and a normal view. I'm not sure if the SX Prestige Hybrid has the 3D view. And coming down, air vents look good. Here is the emergency light button, and this is really cool. I really like what Kia did here. So you could actually toggle through the shortcuts or the climate controls. So this is the temperature right here, but when you go back to the shortcuts, this becomes the volume knob. So very good. And let's go ahead and go back. Fan speed, mode, AC, sync. It does have dual climate control, and of course does have an automatic function, which is right here. 3 stages of automatic function. And let's go ahead and turn off the climate. And down here there is this lid. It is finished in gloss black, and inside there is a wireless phone charger, two USBs, one type C, type A, and there is a 12-volt. And here is the engine start stop. And by the way, I really like this brushed aluminum. There is more of that gray trim, and more of gloss black around the vents. And down here there is the heated steering wheel button, heated seats, 3 stages each. And here is the engine start stop. And here is the shifter that will control the 6-speed automatic transmission in this Sportage. To put it in reverse, move it to the left. To put it in drive, move it to the right, and slightly to the left for neutral. And here is the park button. And the shifter looks good. I honestly don't mind it because it does save a lot of space right here. I don't really like the shifter in the non-hybrid trims. It's very bulky, and I'm just not a big fan of it. Here are the cup holders. You could actually hide them if you want to. So let's say if you're not using the cup holders, you could just hide them, and you could use this as a storage place. If you have one cup, you could just use one of them. And here is the drive mode. As I showed you guys, there is normal, eco, sport, and there's eco, sport, smart, and snow. And you could lock the wheels, so when you are stuck in snow or sand or mud, you could just activate the center locking. Hill descent, brake hold, the parking sensors, and the camera. So this button right here will turn on the camera. And there's a little bit of storage place right here. The armrest is a little bit on the harder side, and inside there is an okay storage place. I really wish it was a tiny bit bigger, and I really wish that Kia added a USB or a 12-volt inside. The rear view mirror looks pretty good. It is very thin, so the bezels are very thin. And up here there is some LED lights, and this is part of the EX premium package, SOS and Kia Connect. And here is the switch that will open this panoramic sunroof, and there is this switch right here will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And I'm not exactly sure if this light, yeah, it is touch sensitive. So this light, this button right here will turn on all the lights in this Sportage, and those lights are touch sensitive, so that's nice. And panoramic sunroof looks good from the outside, and it is nice and big. and this is the max it goes. So it does open halfway, but definitely better than the Mazda CX-50 I reviewed. And here is the visor, very nice and soft. It is good size and it is nice and thin. And inside there is a very big mirror with a halogen light. I really wish it was LED. Here is the back door panel. The back door panel has the same design as the front, but this top portion right here is plastic. So Kia did cheap out back here, but most of the car companies, they put plastic in the back. Here is the door handle. It feels nice and solid, a little bit of gloss black. The door handle is finished in brushed aluminum, more of that gray trim. And this whole thing right here is actually soft. The armrest is nice and soft. This is plastic in the bottom, tiny bit of storage place, and the speaker looks the same as the front door. More of that gloss black trim. And here is the back window switch, and inside there is a good amount of space. So legroom is very good, and the headroom is very good, and I really like this panoramic sunroof. And something that is really cool is this thing right here. So you could literally grab on this and get in. So you could use this to get inside of this Kia Sportage as a handle. So good job, and I think that's a very good design. And on the side of the seats there is USB-Cs. There is another one right here on the driver's seat, and there is an armrest back here. It is very nice and soft. Two cup holders, a little bit on the smaller side, which I kind of don't like, but I love the fact that the seats recline a lot and you could actually make them very straight. So there is a lot of adjustments with the back seats. And in the back there is large vents. I love the brushed aluminum around them, and there is a storage place in the bottom, but I really wish there was a 12 volt back here. I'm glad that there is USB-Cs in the back, but I really wish there was like maybe a 12 volt back here. Would have been nice. And here is the front of this Kia Sportage. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Kia Sportage Hybrid EX. I would like to thank Jamie and Napoli Kia here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Kia Sportage. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.